Hey everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Every day is a new day, right? So we got to keep it positive no matter what the situation is. So I'm here doing May's general monthly forecast for you guys. I'm curious to know how everyone's been faring with Saturn's retrograde motion. He tends to go a little deeper. He makes it much more visible, the things that aren't working in our life. Saturn is restrictions, blockages, but he really just kind of slows things down to a snail's pace. And this is so we can take a closer look at our lives, what's going on, to stay focused, to keep pushing forward even though everything around us is slowing down. Everybody fares differently with retrograde planets. Everybody fares differently with all the planets, to be honest, because we all have different birth charts. We have planets in different places. So the general forecasts are really, truly that. They're general. If you would like your own, specific forecast for you, then you do really need to have your own chart looked at specifically to be accurate. However, there are general things happening for everyone, and that's what this forecast is about. It's for May 2018 and what's going on in the stars. So, the big news is Uranus is changing signs this month, or in May. I'm doing this actually in April, so forgive me if I say this month. I'm going to try to stick with it. For May 2018, Uranus is going to change signs. From Aries, you guys are going to be getting a break off of Uranus, and he's going to move into Taurus. So all you Taurus people are going to feel this crazy energy move into your life. And Uranus is all about shaking us up and making us do things differently and take more risks and try the other route, go the other way, start the business, move across country. I mean, the things that can happen with Uranus transiting your sign are really anything. Okay, so for all of us, this is going to be a big change because we're going to experience this shocking energy, the awakener of Uranus, moving into the house that we have Taurus in. So some big changes are going to be happening. This is really big news, okay? Because he's been in Aries for the past 5 years. And so whenever a planet changes signs, we're looking at innovation with Uranus, change, massive, drastic change, shocking change, new endeavors, all sorts of stuff in the house that we have Taurus in. So this is going to be really big. Now, of course, Uranus is going to turn retrograde also this year. But it won't be until August 7th of 2018 Uranus will turn retrograde. So he's going to have a little time in the sign of Taurus. So this is going to happen on the 15th. A lot is happening on the 15th, actually, so let's get to it, okay? The 15th of May is going to be an enormous day. Uranus is going to change signs into Taurus. We're going to have a new moon in Taurus, okay, along with Uranus's movement in there. The new moon is going to occur at 4:47 a.m. in Taurus. It's going to be void, of course, from 1:29 p.m. to 1:43 p.m., which then the moon will be in Taurus from 1:43 p.m. until the end of day. Now, there's also another planet moving signs on the 15th on this day. Mars is going to enter Aquarius, so he's going to leave Capricorn and move into Aquarius. This is some really crazy stuff going on, okay, on the 15th. The 15th is a massive day. I know I'm going to talk about the rest of the month, but I do want to bring this up first and foremost because the new moon and Uranus changing signs, this is going to be, and it's all going to be happening in Taurus, so except Mars is going to enter Aquarius on the same day. So this is going to be impulsive, energetic energy on this day, and a lot's going to wake us up. We're going to wake up to a lot of new changes, literally, with the new moon. So this new moon in Taurus is really about stabilizing our life. And, Taurus is the ruler of the second house, which is about the things that we find pleasure in, our security, financial security, the money we make, the things we acquire. It also has a lot to do with sensuality. Taurus is stable and hardworking and consistent. It's an earth sign. It's all about material gain and about security. But pleasure and the things that we appreciate. And so this new moon is going to open new doors to gain material wealth along with security. It's going to help us have this focused energy to be able to stick on our path and follow through. Slow and steady is Taurus's motto. So, but then we have some contrary energy of Uranus moving into Taurus. So Taurus isn't going to be as Taurus always was. Okay? Taurus is now going to break free from the mundane, from the sticking to the tried and true path. Okay? So Taurus is going to find new ways of doing new things, and maybe even feel a chomping at the bit, kind of like, I got to do something different. I want to try something different. I want to go somewhere. I want to explore something different. I'm going to visit another culture, learn a new skill. Whatever it is, it's going to, Taurus is going to have a new outlook, okay? Now, Uranus is about shaking things up, and Taurus isn't very fond of shaking things up. They like to stick to something. They're a fixed sign. They like to stay fixed, focused, and stay on the same path. So, and can be very stubborn when it comes to trying to change paths. They don't like to let go. They're very holding on to what they have. So Uranus is going to definitely shake up a lot of us out of our routine and open us up to being less afraid of taking chances and trying new things. Uranus is a very necessary energy, okay, because people do get stuck in situations that they're not happy in. Working at the same job that's not bringing you fulfillment, but yet you're afraid to leave because it's consistent and you need the money and all these things. Or, always dressing the same way, whatever it is that you're always staying consistent with. And when it comes to Taurus, it's where we are consistent and we are fixed and we don't like change. So this is going to be a shock and awe for all of us, because wherever Taurus is in your houses is where you're going to see some massive change over the next 5 years. So this is going to be a huge day for everyone, okay? And then Mars is entering Aquarius on that day, which is Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So there's going to be some shocking changes. Aquarius is also the sign of friendships and groups and associations and larger causes, futuristic thinking, thinking of the future. What is the future result of this that I'm doing? Looking at things on a larger scale, being objective. But Aquarius is also a fixed sign too, so once they get on a path, they can stick to it. But they're used to a lot of change, being Uranus and Saturn ruled. They have a stability, but they also have an ability to switch course, switch paths. So there's going to be a lot of changes occurring in May, big changes. There's new moon, Mars entering Aquarius, moving out of stable, serious Capricorn into what the heck, let's just try something new, break free, be experimental, explore, all on the 15th. So there's a lot going on with Taurus in May. Happy birthday to all you Taurians that will be having your birthday this month. Some of you had it end of April or middle to end of April. Some of you will be having it this month. So happy birthday to all of you Tauruses. You're going to get a shock and awe, that's for sure. Shock and awe with Uranus moving into your sign. It should be a very exciting happy birthday. So there's a couple of things going on that might be a little bit harsher energy, and that is going to be on the 7th when Mercury squares Pluto. On that day, you might want to be a little more cautious about how you speak or talk to people. You can tend to be prone to negative thinking, worry, and fanatical behavior, and explosion sometimes. It all depends on what you got harboring inside of you, what you want to let out, what you want to say. It's just probably not the best day to have a serious conversation that could have consequences, because you can be direct, but in some cases it's good. So I'm going to leave that up to you, because maybe you have something that you've been wanting to say for so long and haven't had the courage, and Mercury square Pluto can give you courage for sure. Definitely, positively, you'll speak the truth, you'll be direct, fearless in your speaking and your conversations, but negatively you can have negative thinking, worry, and obsessive thoughts, things like that. And on the same day, though, which is going to help soften this out on the 7th, Venus will square Neptune, and this is good for agreeances, okay? So, in relationships, when it comes to money, when it comes to beauty, when it comes to all that stuff, the problem with Neptune squares is often people make decisions on that day that they later on change their mind about. If they were, because you tend to be deeply sensitized and accepting, you can be agreeable, and this is a good day if you need somebody to agree with you. However, just be wary that they could change their mind shortly after. But to have peaceful conversations, it's a very good day. Venus is about diplomacy. Square Neptune tends to put everybody in a good mood, tends to make them agreeable, sensitive, compassionate. But you may not be thinking clearly, and they may not be thinking clearly, and so changes can happen after that day. It's a good day for creative endeavors and stuff like that, for sure. And on the 29th, Mercury is going to move into Gemini, so that's going to be excellent for communicating. Gemini is multitasking, communicative, getting around, technology, rules the 3rd house of local travel, local environment, getting around, talking to shops and owners and neighbors and siblings. So it's a really good communicative time, but that's more towards the end of the month. The beginning of the month is going to be a lot of shock and awe. Really more towards the middle of the month. The middle of the month will be the whole new moon and Uranus changing signs and Mercury square Pluto and all this stuff. So there's going to be a lot of powerful energetic energy being put into our lives to switch things up. But at the same time, we're going to have, Mercury in Taurus for the first part of the month, and then it's going to move into Gemini at the end of the month. And on the 26th, Venus will oppose Saturn, which makes us a little bit grumpy or picky or selective or aggravated or choosy or unsatisfied. Sometimes Saturn restricts and blocks. Venus is feel good, so we can be a little bit difficult on the 26th. But later on in the month, we're going to be a little bit impulsive, energetic, wanting to try something new. We just got to watch our steps to make sure that we don't take off too fast and injure ourselves, especially on the 16th when Mars squares Uranus. We can feel edgy, nervous, anxious, biting at the bit feeling, and just want to break free and act impulsively because there'll be a lot of energy on that day. So, and Mars will be in Aquarius, and so it'll be square Uranus, and Uranus is in Taurus. So just be careful on the 16th about acting really impulsively. Also be careful on the 7th when Mercury squares Pluto. Try not to have any major conversations that day that could backfire. But if it's something that you've been wanting to say and you need to say and you haven't had the courage, then I say go for it. On the 19th, Venus is going to enter Cancer, and that's going to soften things up, make us more sensitive, caring, caretaker-ish even. We may want to spend more time at home or with family or with love, with people we love. You also got to look at where Venus, where Cancer is in your chart to see where you'll be receiving benefits from Venus, because depending upon the house that Cancer is in, you will definitely see benefits from Venus. So that's always positive. We always like to track Venus transits to see where we're going to see these benefits. And so it will be in the house that Cancer is in. So for all you Cancers, you guys are going to be the star of the show come the 19th with Venus in your sign. So things are looking up for you guys. You're going to be able to attract love, attract money, improve your appearance, take care of your physical body, getting massages, relaxing. You're going to be very pampered with Venus in your sign. And on the same day when Venus enters Cancer, it's going to be sextile Uranus. So you're going to definitely want to try something new. And this is for everyone. When Venus moves into Cancer, it's going to be a very fresh feeling for us. Very fresh, exciting feeling. Sextiles are always nice. You may invest in a new, something new for the home. You may get a benefit of something new for the home. Cancer is also money sometimes when it has to do with the home. It's ruled by the moon. The moon transits can bring us money. When it's in a nice sextile with Uranus, it could be out of the blue. Something just comes to you positively. So it's going to be an exciting month, May. May is going to be full of change. It's going to be full of change, full of excitement. It's going to be quite different. We do have Saturn still retrograde. We don't have any planets turning retrograde this month, and we don't have the blue moon stuff going on. We do have the new moon on the 15th in Taurus. Going to open up new opportunities, close out old ones, put endings to stuff that's no longer working for you, opening up new opportunities that can offer you what you need. And then at the end of the month, we're going to have a full moon in Sagittarius at 7:19 a.m. And so this is going to highlight our spiritual, our beliefs, our philosophy, higher education, learning, all of that stuff. But full moons are illumination. So look at where Sagittarius is in your house, and you can notice something's going to come to a culmination. Something that you've been working on, you're going to have further insights into. New developments are going to occur. I do have a lot of different suggestions for new moons and for full moons as far as what to do, because they are energetic time periods that we need to take advantage of in order to start new projects, in order to manifest our intentions and all that stuff. And you can visit my site more on that. I am actually developing my new Black Moon Academy, where I'm going to be going through all of that. It's not open yet, so just check back for that. But for now, it looks like it's going to be a very exciting May. May is going to be, especially in the middle of the month, starting on the 15th, bam, just woo, all new endeavors taking off, new ideas, full of ideas, action, trying new things, spending more time with social activities, getting out and visiting friends. It's very positive, a very positive month of May. So yeah, guys, I'm really happy to tell you that. I hope you enjoyed this. If you found it helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. Also, if you're interested in just reading about astrology, you can visit my site at www.lumastrology.blogspot.com. And also be sure to check back for your monthly forecast per sign. I'll be doing those shortly. But this is just a general overview of the astro weather for the month of May, and it's looking pretty exciting. So I am hoping you guys have a wonderful May. Again, check back for your monthly forecast for your own sign. And also, please understand that these are general forecasts, And even for your monthly sign, it is always best to always listen to your ascendant sign and your monthly sign. I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently for this month to make them more accurate for people. I use Placidus software where the houses are divided, and I'm going to do the monthlies this month based on both houses, so it'll be more accurate for each sign as opposed to the general full house, because some people are born at earlier degrees and won't experience the transits until the following month, and I'm sorry, will experience the transits sooner, and those born at later degrees will experience the transits the following month. So I'm going to try to do them this time in the middle of the houses so it's more accurate for everyone, and I hope you find it more accurate. And if you do, please do let me know if it's working out for you, because I think it will. All right, so thanks so much for joining me. I love you all. Have a fantastic May.